Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome to the review. Borough versus Norwich City took place yesterday at Riverside Stadium. The half-hour kick-off and ended in defeat. So that's 4 straight defeats now for the Borough. That's 4 reviews that I've done in a row. Whereabouts I've had to talk about our losses. Now, you know, against yesterday, talk about everything really. I mean, there's 8 games left down to the end of the season. Another home game in 2 days' time against Bristol City at home. Obviously, they beat Sheffield United yesterday, away from home. But if I'm honest with you, I'm just thinking to myself, this season could be done for us. It could be finished now. And to be honest with you, you know what it is? If it finished tomorrow, this whole league, I'd be over the moon. It's been a horrendous season. It's been absolutely dire. Our home form has been awful this season. I don't know why if that's a thing, but so far this season's been absolutely awful at home. Away from home, a bit better. You know what I mean? You look at yesterday and you think to yourself, we are our biggest own downfall. The club and the players are our own biggest downfall. There's no one else doing it for us. When I looked at it yesterday, I thought, we don't take our chances. And because we don't take our chances, and other teams do, we lose the football matches. And it's as simple as that. Preston, Brentford took the chances. Leeds took the chances of getting a draw. Where else did we take our... Wigan, we were drew 0-0, didn't take our chances. And yesterday was the biggest one for me, but we didn't take the chances. At the end of the day, you've got, in that first half, 5 or 6 chances for the Borough. Ashley Fletcher, but to put it straight out the goalkeeper and really should bent it round. And you're looking at it and you just think to yourself, it was so disappointing yesterday, because in the first half, I thought, honestly, we were the better team first half, and Norwich fans did agree with me yesterday as well, so it isn't just me saying this. For our first half yesterday, we did boss it in the first half. I'll be honest, yeah, okay, Norwich had a couple of chances, and Randolph pulled off a couple of good saves. I was shot very much down the throat of Tim Krul, absolutely no joke about that, that's just how it was. But I thought for the majority of the first half, for the full first half, I thought that we dominated, I thought we were on the ball a lot more than what Norwich were, and I thought we were playing a bit more positive, and at times they looked a bit like sort of like rushed off the ball and whatnot. Second half, we came out, and I don't know where that's Borough went, because Borough didn't turn up. Norwich came out, are up more fired up for it. You can see Daniel Farke had gone inside the change room, grilled them, told them it wasn't good enough, came out second half, and then just shows off. We couldn't get the ball, we got on the ball, we were getting rushed off the ball. A bit like them in the first half, happened to us in the second half. Defensive mistake leads to their goal. Hernandez, who to be fair was a massive threat in that second half. Ball went to him. He cut in on the edge of the box, and I looked at him and I thought, if he strikes this out to go in, because no one's shutting him down, no one's trying to get closer to shut him down. He has a shot, it's in the bottom corner, their fans go absolutely ballistic, as you can imagine. Anyone goes ballistic whenever your team scores. They go 1-0 through Hernandez, and then Norwich just shut up shop. As simple as that, shut up shop, we could no longer get through. The chance right at the end, I think it was Jordan Hugill, where everyone was cheering, everyone thought it went over the line, but it clearly didn't. Final whistle blew, we lost the game 1-0. I give credit to Norwich throughout the season for how good they've been, how consistent they've been. But as for the Borough, yesterday, I look in and I just think, in that first half, if we just could have took our chances, if we could have took 2 of the chances that we had yesterday, in that first half, we could have gone to break 2-0, and everybody knows then, second half could have been a totally different game. But it wasn't to be. I'm absolutely gutted the fact that we lost yesterday, based on the fact that in the first half, I thought we were absolutely excellent. Second half, so really was so disappointing. If you want to say it's a 50-50 game, it probably was a 50-50 game. A game of both halves, where both teams got on the ball, but it was just one of them. You know, we look into it now. Borough, Tuesday night against Bristol City. And if I'm honest with you, I'm not confident. And I think, come the end of the season, I'm seeing the thing now that if Tony Pulis doesn't want to sign this new contract or something like that, or if he doesn't want to stay at the club, Jonathan Woodgate's going to take over. He's another defender, and I know, listen, I'm going to give him time. If he's going to become our new manager, Jonathan Woodgate, fair play, give him a lot of time. For Tony Pulis, if he signs to carry on at this football club, it's going to get worse in terms of the atmosphere is going to become a lot more just horrible and just toxic. We're going to have less attendances because nobody's enjoying it at the minute. You ask any Borough fan at the minute. I seen fans yesterday, right, wanting to sell their tickets before they even went inside the stadium, because that's how much they didn't want to go in yesterday. And Borough playing top of the league at the time. That's the kind of feeling that's around the club. Now, I'm not saying that's Tony Pulis' fault, but, you know what I mean, could it be the players' fault in terms of performances? You know what I mean? If they go put the performance in, nobody's going to come and pay on the gate. You got to think £30 a game for an adult. No one's going to pay £30 if you're going to turn up and not be entertained. It's simple as that. Yesterday, second half, we just looked like all our plan had totally gone and we had nothing left. And that's why I think we got beaten in the second half, because they wanted it more in the second half. You could totally see that. And the minute they scored, they shut up shop. But we didn't take our chances in the first half. And it cost us. And how many times do I have to sit here and say, week in, week out, Borough lost because Borough didn't take the chances? It's every single week. It's an absolute joke. It just does me head in. Like, you know what I mean? We have the team, right? We have the team. But we don't have the manager, in my opinion. We have the team to beat teams. But the manager, he can't get the performance. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like the players even play for Pulis anymore. You saw Britt Sambong yesterday. He didn't even look bothered. He didn't even look like he wanted to play for Pulis anymore. And that's the kind of thing I'm thinking to myself, there's 8 games left. Give it your all. But at the end of the day, it's just so negative. It's just so negative. And it's like, I just don't get it. I don't understand what's happened this season. I don't understand it. From the month of August, when Borough playing absolutely outstanding football, to now, I don't get what's changed. I don't get what's happened. From a month of August when Borough positive, unbeaten, and teams are favouring us. Like to Bristol City away in August, they're expecting a 3-4 absolute drilling from the Borough. Of course, Borough won it 2-1. They're expecting it to be a lot worse. And I look at it and I think, what happened from that month when Borough were actually scaling teams? So now when teams are coming to Borough going away to teams, and they're just rolling us over and laughing at us. I don't get what's happened. I don't understand it. Yesterday, 23,000 fans in the stadium. That's been our average all season. But you'd think to yourself, for top of the league coming, you'd think that you probably would have sold out yesterday. But at the end of the day, I know it was on Sky, but at the same time, the fans aren't going to pay the money through the gate because they aren't being entertained. At the end of the season, we need a massive rebuild. The deadwood's got to go. The players, the majority of them got to leave. I'll probably do another video on that, telling you which players I think will leave. The manager, Tony Pulis, thank you for everything you've done, but I don't think you can take us any further. I think your time here is done coming to the end of the season. Thank you for everything, Tony. You've been a great servant for this 18-month contract that you were on. But I honestly feel like it's time to say goodbye to him. If Wood gets a new manager, stand by him. You know what I mean? Teesside lad, give him a chance. Just like we did with Pulis. Everyone give Pulis a chance. Same again with Woodgate. We go again in the August. But as for this season, do I think playoffs are still a... Listen, playoffs are still there, but I don't think we'll get them. I don't think we'll get them. You know what I mean? You look at the teams out of the top 6. Borough are nowhere near, you know what I mean, the level that them teams are playing at right now. The teams that are inside, you know what I mean, teams that are inside that top 6, they look threatening whenever they play. You know what I mean? They're a scary team to play. And Borough right now are all over the place. We don't have a plan A. You know what I mean? As soon as the plan A goes out the window, the plan P is never existent. It's forever just a miserable season. It's toxic at the Riverside. And at the end of the day, what more can we do? Do you know what I mean? Swansea City away next Saturday. I'm going to be there. But I even know for Bolton in a couple of weeks, we're taking 350. And Bolton's a place where Borough normally sell out. That's probably the effect that the manager's had on the fans and whatnot. It's just everything around it this season has just been horrendous and dire, and it hasn't been enjoyable. Some games have been enjoyable and Borough have actually won and actually done alright. But most of the time, it's just been horrendous. So I say yesterday, yeah, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? We had the chances in the first half, we didn't take them. We all knew exactly what was going to come second half. As soon as Norwich scored the shut shot, fair play to them. But you know what it is. Norwich enjoy the Premier League next season because, to be fair to you, I know I said back in September, but when I'm back in it now, it is what it is. I mean, I can't change what I said, but credit to Norwich. I mean, absolutely smashed it this season, top of the league for a reason. Enjoy the Premier League. And like I say, you know, I don't think we'll be getting in the top 6. That's my own opinion. If we do get in the top 6, then Borough have to win the playoffs. Otherwise, it's not an achievement in my opinion. As always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys again next time. Peace.